This program is proudly brought to you by the VAFA Live Official app. With live scores, team stats, player stats and much more. Everything you need for the VAFA in the palm of your hand. Download it from the App Store or Google Play now.
Hello everybody, I'm Nick from Complete Sports Management here at Victoria Park and Q, where Q have just defeated Fitzroy by 16 points. I'm joined very kindly by head coach Theo Vlahos. Thanks for joining me, Theo.
Pleasure, Nick.
And also by a star player, Michaela Harding, who had a very impressive last quarter. Thank you very much for joining me, Michaela.
Thank you for having me.
No worries at all. I'll start with you, Theo. A very impressive game. Interesting conditions, very windy, quite wet towards the end. How'd you see the game?
Well, you summed it up well, Nick. Very difficult conditions. The wind played a big part, and trying to manipulate the wind and use it well was very difficult because it was blowing into one of the pockets. So we held Fitzroy well in both quarters that they had the wind. We were able to hold them up, and it did become a pretty scrambly affair, and the rain then didn't help. But I guess kicking with the wind, we were just able to put a couple of goals on the board and convert our pressure a little bit better. But both teams certainly had enough of the ball. I think we just kicked 3 goals and they were able to kick 1 in a very scrambly affair.
Absolutely, and that last quarter you did kick away. So you went from, I think, 12 to 26 quite quickly. Was there any change in tactics, or was it just everything sort of coming together in that last quarter?
No, we had a real focus in the third quarter to minimise their scoring. We believed if we could keep them to a very low amount of scoring shots in the third quarter or not let them score, then coming home with a win that we could finish off well, and we did well. As I say, the conditions and the attitude of all the players helped to keep them to a very manageable score. So, and then the last quarter, a couple of our girls, got a couple of clear shots and were able to put them through. So, 16 points, it could have been 2 points, it could have been 1 point. It was just lucky that we were able to, as I say, maximise those opportunities down forward.
Absolutely, and it was a very good last quarter. It was spurred on largely by yourself, Michaela. Yeah, you had, I think, 4 or 5 quick touches early on.
Yeah.
Did you change anything in that last quarter as far as your own game was concerned? Because you really drove the ball forward quite well.
No, I don't think so. I think, last quarter the girls were hungry for the win, so everyone was up and about. So it was just going back on, what the girls were going off. So finally was getting some kicks that were accurate, which was also nice because I shanked a few in the first 3 quarters. But yeah, no, I think the girls were up and about, so I was up and about as well. Excellent.
We could certainly see that from our point of view. When you got a bit of a run on in the last quarter, could you feel that momentum shift, and did that increase your confidence with your own game?
Yeah, I think so. The first 3 quarters were tough, especially with the wind and the rain coming in. So getting those kicks going, and the girls were starting to talk a lot more. It was flowing a lot better. So yeah, no, it was definitely good to see.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining me, Michaela. And Theo, again, for Complete Sports Management, I've been Nick. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for that, Nick. I'm here now with coach of Fitzroy, Mick Simons, and 50th game in the Hannah Coffee. I'll start with you, Mick. It was a funny old day weather-wise and in terms of the football. I mean, both sides had periods where they were well on top, but it just didn't work out for you in the end. What did you make of it?
Oh, look, pretty tough conditions, very windy. Most of the play was down to the south end of the ground for most of the game. Probably a match of just making sure you took your opportunities, and I think Q probably did that a little better than we did today.
In the second quarter, we had Q who were well and truly on top. I think they had 1 goal 5 or 1 goal 6 on the board at one point. But in the third time, you were able to turn it around and really dominate. Was that due to the fact that a lot of the play was down at the south end, or did you change a few things at half time?
Oh, we just wanted to get the ball in there quickly and get people into space. But Q defended pretty deeply and made it hard for us to get that clear lead in the forward line. We had a few shots there, a few on the full, a few went through behinds. Needed to be 2 goals in front by 3/4 time, but unfortunately didn't quite take that advantage.
Yep. I think we spoke about Bethany West last week in the ruck, and she was very good, as well as Sarah King. They seem to form a pretty good tag team in the ruck.
Yes, Sarah's first game for us today. She's been training at Collingwood VFLW team. And she's very tall, used to play netball, and good leap and great tap work. Yeah, she's done very well.
And Erin Gogley again in the midfield. She had over 20 disposals once again.
Yeah, look, we played her behind the ball and ended up playing into the wind, but she does read the play very well and gets in the right spot and a good overhead mark as well.
What are the main positives you take out of this week's game though? Because it was a much better effort compared to last week.
Yeah, look, the intensity was terrific. The effort was great. We really put in hard, and Q, obviously one of the stronger teams you'd think in this comp. So I think we're in the mix. It's a matter of just making sure we take every opportunity we get when the games are on.
And Hannah, 50 games for you today. That's a terrific achievement. What does it mean to you?
Oh gosh, a lot. I mean, the last few years have absolutely flown by and I've loved it. And just being at Fitzroy, being able to have 50 with them, it's been fantastic. There's been so much love out on the field today. I think they said a little poem about me. It was very sweet. So yeah, it's been great.
Do you care to share the poem?
I don't think I can remember it. It was very spur of the moment.
What were your thoughts on the game today? Because obviously you didn't get the result that you wanted, but the team played very well and they had moments where they were much the better side.
Yeah, I think it's always hard playing a team you've never played before, and it was good today getting to see what we're up against. So I think next time we play them, give them a good go for their money.
And on your own game personally?
Look, a bit to work on, definitely being more explosive out of contests and that sort of thing, but yeah.
Well, thank you both for your time and congratulations to you, Hannah, once again on your 50th game. And that's it all from us here at Victoria Park in Kew, where it was the Comets that emerged 16-point winners over Fitzroy. I'm Matthew Donald and we look forward to having you join us next week on Complete Sports Management.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.